Doris Lessing writes at the end of the marriages between zones 3, 4, and 5. There was a lightness, a freshness, and an inquiry, and a remaking and an inspiration where there had only been stagnation and closed frontiers. For this is how we all see it now. The movement is not all one way, not by any means. During the last 12 years, I have been swapping and bartering objects, services, and knowledge. This gesture was born from a three-way liaison between social and public aesthetic practices, autonomy ideals, and an intuitive interest in alternative and gift economies. Both the Street Museum, that was a project started in Bogota, where we would trade objects in the street, and the Day-to-Day project, which is a personal barter network that worked over the internet. Both allowed me to visit and learn about different cities and to interact with the most incredible range of people. Places and individuals became layers of experience and knowledge that conform my swapping baggage. But my baggage is not only made of what I gave and what I obtained. It's mostly heavy with the unique situations that we constructed together with other swapping enthusiasts. With some people, this complementing situation based on trust would be a once in a time or even a once upon a time. But with others, it would be the foundation for a longer interaction. All these people I exchange with and with whom relationships develop post-initial swap, I consider allies in space and time. These relations to my allies perpetuate the immediacy intention and elongate the primal swap into a myriad of possibilities and realities. I like to compare it to the Caycedo gift exchange practiced by the Kung people in Southern Africa. This system is primarily about social relations, and the goods themselves are of secondary importance. Basically, Caycedo is a delayed form of non-equivalent exchange. I give you something today, and you give me something in return much later, when you find an object that you know may please me. Once you exchange with someone, you are bonded. And you pass the years together exchanging gifts. Any two people, regardless of age or sex, may do Caycedo. Every item of the Kung material culture may be put into Caycedo, and you can pass on something that you receive through Caycedo to someone else. This way, the most valued or useful goods are always in circulation, and potentially everyone can enjoy them for a period of time at some point. The delayed aspect of the exchange is crucial to the Kung. One or the other is always waiting to see what comes back. What Day-to-Day basically proposes is that we rethink the way we value things and situations. How can we value something based upon a set of circumstances like memory, love or attraction, nutrition, ideology, personal preferences, spiritual significance, amongst others, instead of valuing it for its imposed monetary price or the time we spent at it? So it's this shift in the way we value things that I ultimately ask people to share with me. And while I'm very interested in understanding how others react to this proposition, I must confess that Day-to-Day was mostly about me. It was a continual personal testing site. How do I relate to strangers? How do I move in a new city? How do I feel about this or that situation or exchange? Do I want to take a position? Do my emotions affect my social skills? How am I going to engage with the public? The beginning and the ending of Day-to-Day have been marked by two major economic crises. At the end of 2001, start of 2002, Argentina suffered the culmination of a financial decadence. Suddenly, there was no cash flow. Argentinians had to resort to all kinds of imaginative strategies to make their Day-to-Day possible. A strong national barter network based on local and community nodes sprouted, showing the rest of the world that grassroots collaborative efforts can generate autonomous solutions that benefit and dignify an entire population. Around 12 million of Argentinians were part of a 6,000 barter nodes by the end of 2001. Last year and throughout 2009, the entire globe has felt the worst economic recession in decades. The actual president of Argentina, Cristina Fernandez, called it the jazz effect, as for having its origin in the burst of the United States subprime lending bubble. Communities worldwide that have been practicing alternative economy strategies like local currencies, time banking, free markets, community-owned housing, and trading networks attain significance within the crisis. But humanity in its majority still depends on a market model that doesn't give a penny for individuals. Who was the most affected by these crises? Middle and lower classes. Count me in, please. We are still coping with the effects of the present collapse. Artists and art laborers who are not market savvy like me are juggling with the cut of resources. I believe a lot of us have understood the opportunity and the mishap for reevaluating needs, discourses, methodologies, strategies, and alternatives. It's in this context, and after a 5-week intervention in Los Angeles last July, that I have decided to put an end to the day-to-day project. I believe that probably more than ever, the art realm needs projects like these that intertwine economic, political, social, and aesthetic aspects. Art is a cultural sphere from where marginal strategies for inhabiting this world can be discussed and even tried. But as an artist, one has to be aware of the limits of a proposal and the dangers of formulaic intervention. In his essay, Vernissage, Hakim Bey puts it like this: to heal, one first destroys, and political art, which fails to destroy the target of its laughter, ends by strengthening the very forces it sought to attack. This doesn't mean that the barter is over for me. No, no, no. Barter is part of me, and the swap boat has enabled a rich and satisfying navigation through early adulthood. What is going to happen now is basically in Puerto Rico with a group of other individuals. We are starting a Red de Trueque Borinquen, which is basically a barter network, community barter network. Is not over yet? Okay. This network is pretty much based on the Argentinian model of nodes, where prosumers